Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be power scaling these characters. I saw this on Reddit and now we're gonna see who actually wins. So of course we have sogeking, we have Buggy D Clown, we have Down D Stairs, and then we have Zoro, the Minority Hunter. Now let's power scale these guys. So first off, we have Minority Hunter Zoro. Now against minorities versus not against them are two very different feats. So first of all, we have against people who aren't minorities. He of course loses to Mihawk. He was unable to kill Monet. He was panting against Lucci. And he even missed his sword against a random bum Baroque Works fodder, right? Now, against minorities, he defeats Mihawk's stronger clone. He, of course, crushes her skull, beats Mr. One, and destroys Hachi. So as we can see, there's a clear difference between his ability to fight minorities versus not minorities, right? So first of all, let's just establish the class of minority of the people he's up against. So of course, since Sogeking's a superhero and we've never seen his face, it's unclear about his skin color. But it's likely that he's part of the Long Nose clan, similar to the Long Arm or Long Leg clan, right? Now, Buggy D Clown is likely part of the Clown tribe, as well as the D Clan, which of course is also a minority. Now, Down D Stairs is also a D Clan, but is also generally portrayed as brown or darkish in color. So it's safe to say that the Down D Stairs is a minority too, as well as potentially being part of the Stair tribe. And of course, since all these characters are minorities, we have to be using the minority feats and not the not minority feats. So things like panting against Lucci won't apply here. Now, Zoro's probably roughly high Yonko commander to Admiral level, as he defeated King, who's probably the strongest Yonko commander we've ever seen, right? Now, let's go on to Buggy D Clown. Now, first of all, Buggy D Clown is a confirmed Yonko level character, being one of the 4 Yonkos on par with Shanks, Blackbeard, and Luffy. Not only that, but against another likely Yonko level character, Mihawk, Buggy was completely fine against him, taking no damage from his strongest attacks. Not only that, but this traumatized Mihawk so much that he even became under Buggy's command. So Buggy commands over a Yonko level character that was unable to defeat him, putting him at high Yonko level or even Pirate King level, we could argue. A character that famously dueled Shanks, another Yonko level character, likely being equal to Shanks. Now, it's also notable that Buggy started his pirating career on Roger's ship with Shanks, meaning that likely they got to a similar point at bare minimum. Now next we have Down D Stairs. So I made a whole video on this already. It's going to be in the description and in the eye icon if that works and all that. So you can go to that video if you want a real in-depth explanation. But I basically characterize Down D Stairs as anywhere from high Yonko Commander 1 level to even potentially high Yonko level to Pirate King level, depending on how you do it. A lot of it, since there aren't many, there's only like 3-ish canon feats to Down D Stairs, and one of them isn't particularly relevant. So it's a little hard to power scale, but you can watch that video if you want more detail. For now, we're gonna do Yonko Commander to High Yonko, having feats similar to Big Mom. For instance, both of them one tapping page 1. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's look at Sogeking. Now, first off, Sogeking is likely Aokiji. I'm going to be making a whole video on this coming out next Friday. But we're not going to... This is more of a theory. This is just the most likely explanation, but it's more of a theory. So we'll deal with that the other day. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see that. Watch time, blah, blah, blah. You know how that works. Okay, so ignoring the Aokiji potential, let's look over the feats. So first of all, Sogeking has incredible observation hockey, being able to hit down that flag in extreme wind, and also being able to follow the Straw Hats without being seen, even by Nami, the world's best navigator, right? Considering Sogeking also appeared on Thriller Bark. So that's pretty impressive. Now, we also see that Sogeking has the toughness of Iron Body, despite only seeing it just then. A feat only rivaled by Luffy learning the moonwalk in a couple hours, maybe, implying that Sogeking is comparable to Luffy at that point. Now, what's also interesting is the black hair and bandages, implying full body haki, which we only see from characters like Virgo, meaning that Sogeking is likely comparable to Virgo, except in the pre-time skip. Now, what's also interesting is Sogeking likely has the voice of all things, being able to see the island of snipers inside people's hearts, putting Sogeking again comparable to characters like Luffy or even Roger. In the pre-time skip, even Luffy didn't have Haki, Luffy didn't have the voice of all things, none of that. Meaning that Sogeking is likely stronger than Luffy pre-time skip, and if we look at the post-time skip, he is likely mastered Advanced Conqueror's Haki. He's likely become a master of observation and armament even more so, and he will probably play a major part in the final saga, being similar to a Loki kind of figure as a hidden Yonko. So if we're saying post-time skip, Sogeking is likely a Yonko level figure similar to Luffy that we see in the story. So the question is, who wins in this fight? Sogeking, Buggy D Clown, Down D Stairs, or Zoro? So, first of all, Zoro is likely an Admiral level figure. He defeated King. He defeated the Seraphim Mihawk. Probably high Yonko commander to Admiral level. Likely Admiral. Now, we have Buggy D Clown. Confirmed Yonko, comparable to even at the lowest point Shanks, but probably much stronger. Conclusion, high Yonko level, maybe even Pirate King level. Down D Stairs has a feat comparable to Big Mom, being shown to one-tap the exact same character. Even better than Big Mom, arguably, as another Tobiropa was helping page 1. So likely bare minimum, like high Yonko commander to Admiral level, but even potentially Yonko plus level, but it's hard to say. And now we have Sogeking, voice of all things, Advanced Conqueror's Haki, powerful Haki comparable to Virgo, pre-time skip, also similar observation Haki feats to Isa from Skypiea. Conclusion, likely an Yonko level figure similar to modern story Luffy. So, who wins? Out of these 4, likely Buggy D Clown. Although it is hard to say, especially with the mystery that surrounds Down D Stairs, and potentially the Sogeking being even stronger. It's hard to say as we haven't seen him since the post-time skip. Minority Hunter Zoro gets completely washed here, but it's likely just because of Buggy D Clown's fleet, as well as his personal extreme Yonko level, potentially Yonko plus Pirate King level feats, it's likely that Buggy D Clown would win this fight. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, see ya.